Here are the stories for the Manila Times on Thursday, June 10. The rift between President Rodrigo Duterte and Senator Emmanuel Manny Pacquiao deepens as the chief executive called the legislator shallow for criticizing his foreign policy, particularly his stand on China amid tensions in the West Philippine Sea. Duterte says Pacquiao should first educate himself before finding fault with his policies. Pacquiao is the president of the ruling party PDP Laban, while Duterte is the chairman. Speaking of the chief executive, Duterte says he's not keen on running for vice president despite the call of his party mates. Duterte says he's ready to retire come 2022. He tells Pastor Apollo Quiboloy in an interview that he would resist calls for him to seek the vice presidency. Duterte adds he prefers to return home to Davao City once his term ends next year. In other news, the Pasig River, along with 18 other rivers in the Philippines, are among the top 50 polluting rivers in the world. That's according to a study released by the Rotterdam-based Ocean Cleanup. Findings show that a quarter of the rivers responsible for 80% of ocean pollution are found in the country. Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship Jose Maria Joey Concepcion III says some local business groups led by Go Negosyo and the Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry have joined hands with Okta Research Group. He says the move is to push for quote population protection that will help promote greater mobility for vaccinated people and spur economic recovery. The Go Negosyo founder says he's confident vaccination of at least half of the population of NCR Plus 8 will be achieved by September. Topping business, almost 83% of the 2021 national budget has been released to government agencies. The Budget Department says the allotment release of 3.7 trillion from January to May accounts for 82.9% of the 4.5 trillion budget. The latest figure surpasses the 3.7 trillion released in the first 5 months of 2020. Meanwhile, business tycoon Manuel Pangilinan has stepped down as President and Chief Executive Officer of telco giant PLDT. Pangilinan named Alfredo Panlilio as his successor. The PLDT says Panlilio was assigned to concurrently serve as President and CEO of PLDT and Smart. In sports, Stefanos Tsitsipas and Alexander Zverev are set to face off for a berth in the French Open finals following straight-set quarter-final victories. It will be the youngest matchup in the men's semifinals since Rafael Nadal and Novak Djokovic met in 2008. Tsitsipas upset number 2 seed Daniil Medvedev in 3 sets, while Zverev overpowered 46th ranked Alejandro Davidovich Fokina also in 3 sets. And for today's issue, Antonio Contreras and Yen Macabenta are the front page columnists. Contreras talks about deconstructing marriage as an inviolable social institution, while Macabenta says Lacson's candidacy can shake, rattle, and roll the 2022 presidential race. The Times editorial calls for a stop to the BIR's appalling attack on private schools. You can read the full version on the paper's opinion section or listen to the voice of the Times. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to our digital edition, or visit our website at manilatimes.net. Follow us on our social media accounts and keep up with the Times. For the Manila Times, this is Caricator reporting.